Hey guys, John here with RealTruck.com. Today we're going to show you how to install a performance exhaust onto a 2014 GMC Sierra Denali. Alright guys, before we get this exhaust off this truck, let's go ahead and take a listen to how this thing sounds. As you can see, it's pretty quiet, nondescript for factory exhaust. So let's go ahead and get this truck up in the air and get this factory exhaust off of this thing and get our performance exhaust on here. Got the truck up in the air, so the first order of business then is to start getting this exhaust out of here. We're going to scrap this exhaust, so what we're going to do to make our job a little easier is we're going to start at the back and we're just going to start cutting it out in pieces as we work our way to the front. Makes it a little lighter, easier to handle if you're doing this on your own. You don't have this big whole section to try to get out of here. And then up in the front by the catalytic converter, there's a clamp that's bolted on. We'll just take that clamp off and remove that section. All right guys, as you can see, we've got the old exhaust out. We've got this new piece up here ready to go on. Now one thing I need to point out to you so that you don't get rid of this is this clamp right here that you take loose from up here at your catalytic converter. You need to save that to reuse it to reattach this, so don't toss that. So we're going to go ahead and start up the front, work our way to the back, and when we get this all done, we'll take a listen and see how this performance exhaust sounds compared to that old OEM stuff. So let's go. One thing to take note is that this new exhaust system we're putting on here has the hanger brackets already lined up with our existing rubber hangers. Now what I usually do is I'll usually spray a little bit of lube in here, something like JB80, WD-40, something along that lines, or you could even coat this with a little bit of grease or something, and that just helps it so that it slides through the grommet better. And there you go. And that'll be the same for all of them all the way through the back. Now when you get ready to put this big bad muffler up on here, one of the things you want to take a look at is that you can see on this side it has these cutout slots. This is the side that's going to go and slide over this pipe over here. On the other end, you can see there's no cutouts, so that's going to go to the back of the truck, so that way you know which way is front and rear on your exhaust. What I've done is I've gone ahead and grabbed my jack to put up underneath here, just something to hold this up in place while we're getting everything adjusted and tightened up. So you can either, if you don't have a jack similar to this, or if you're doing this sitting on the ground rather than on a hoist, you can just throw a jack stand or a couple blocks or something underneath there just to hold it up so that it stays up where you want it while you're putting the rest of your exhaust on. We got everything all put on here, all the way back with our exhaust system. Next thing we're going to do here is go ahead and start tightening these things up in place. I went ahead and tightened the front one up already, got it in place, but wanted to show you how to do this. On these, what I do is I usually try and keep this eye bar right here in the middle lined up on the slot, so that way you know you got it centered, and then everything will tighten down good. And then you just take your wrench and just tighten it up. As tight as you can, actually. So just like anything, whenever you're building a cake or baking a cake, whatever, the last thing you want to do is the icing, and that's what we got right here. This is the icing to our exhaust. Is this really awesome looking tip that comes with it. We're going to go ahead and put this on here. And then this just adds to the whole cool factor of our new exhaust system. All right guys, we've got it all on. We've got the tip attached. So I don't know about you, but I'm pretty excited to get this thing down on the ground, see what it sounds like with this performance exhaust. The last thing to do is start it up and see what it sounds like. All right, that sounds pretty awesome. So there you have it. That's how you install a performance exhaust onto your truck. And so until next time, happy motoring. All right, y'all, we got this dag burned exhaust out of here. Now we just gotta put this new one in there, sound real cool.